few weeks ago, I shared that the packaging I had originally chosen for my hair oil wasn't working the way I had hoped. Some of the bottles had leaked during shipping, and as difficult as that was to admit, especially after putting so much work into launching the product, I knew I couldn't just ignore it. I had to go back, rethink the packaging, find a new supplier, test everything again, and figure out how to make it work as a small business. Today, I'm finally sharing that update. I'm also preparing more than 20 products for even swag bags and showing you what an actual day building a scalp-first haircare brand looks like. Hi, my name is Princey. Welcome to Trial and Error Diaries, where I'm sharing my challenges, wins, failures, and everything in between while building Maieway. My 9 to 5 as a software engineer usually looks like stand-ups, 8 hours of chit-chat with Claude Code, building data feed pipelines, commerce infrastructure for Fortune 500 clients. And in the evenings, on weekends, and during almost every pocket of time I can find, I'm building Maieway, a scalp-first beauty brand that I started after my own struggles with hair. Some parts of starting a business feel familiar to me. Building the website is one of them. Because of my background, I can design the website, make changes, troubleshoot it, and figure out how I want the online experience to look. That part feels good, but almost everything else has required me to become a beginner again. I'm learning about product development, packaging, labels, shipping, inventory, suppliers, minimum order quantities, manufacturing timelines, and all the tiny decisions that somehow have to come together before one bottle can arrive safely at someone's home. There are days where I finish my regular workday and then move directly into packing orders, updating the website, answering emails, or making the next batch of oil. I will never say it tires me, because what do you mean I get to make money during the day to spend on building my dream during the night? It also means I'm building this brand very intentionally. I'm involved in almost every single part of it. Finding a new bottle sounded simple at first. I thought I would choose a bottle, order it, and move on. But sourcing packaging as a small business is rarely that straightforward. One of the biggest challenges was minimum order quantity. A lot of suppliers require to purchase hundreds or even thousands of units at once. And when you're still growing, that is a huge commitment. You're not only paying for the bottles, you're also paying for shipping, duties, labels, boxes, storage, and all the other materials that go around them. And you're making that investment before you even know with complete certainty how the packaging will perform. I knew what I wanted. I wanted a leak-proof bottle. I wanted a pump that dispenses the right amount. I wanted a protective cap. I wanted it to be functional for a pre-wash oil. And I needed a supplier that would allow me to order a quantity that was realistic for where the business is right now. Finding all of those things together was difficult. When you're working with smaller quantities, you sometimes have to accept that you cannot customize every single detail. There are things that I would have loved to change, but another day. But at this stage of the business, I had to decide which details were essential and which ones could wait. You win some things and you compromise on others. The win was finding packaging that looked much closer to how I imagined the brand, and more importantly, worked more reliably. The compromise was understanding that this may not be the final packaging Maieway ever has. It is the best version for this stage of the business. A few months ago, I was flying from Toronto to Vancouver, so I filled one of the samples I received, packed it into my luggage, and took it across the country with me, test cross-country shipping. It went to the airport, moved around inside my bag. I want to test in a way that felt close to what the bottle might experience while traveling to a customer. I did throw the package around from different heights to see if it leaked as well. It hadn't leaked. This is supposed to be a really difficult puzzle for dogs. Honestly, in the beginning, I think he found it difficult too, because he would take like 10-15 minutes. But once he got a hang of it and knew it, now he solves it in less than like 3 minutes. You see, he needs to kind of like push all this to actually get the treats that I store inside. And then here, he needs to move so this actually moves. So I put treats in here, and he should be able to move this way and then turn it around, get to the next one, turn it around, get to the next one. So it's not easy. And I also lock these stuff to here, because when you do that, it stops moving, right? So it gets difficult for him to really get that. He does that well as well. So pretty complicated puzzle. I'm going to fill this with treats and we'll see how he plays with it. The product itself had not suddenly changed, but I decided to move away from calling it a strengthening pre-wash hair oil and began calling it the scalp primer. We talk so much about priming our skin before makeup or preparing our hair before styling, but scalp care is often treated as an afterthought. This product is used before washing your hair. It helps prepare the scalp and hair for wash day through a nourishing ritual by strengthening your hair. So scalp primer felt like a more intentional way to describe what the product actually does and where it fits into someone's routine. It also reflects the direction I want the brand to grow in. It is a scalp-first haircare brand because healthy looking hair begins with how you take care of the scalp. As a small brand, awareness is one of the biggest challenges I have. You can create a beautiful product and build a website, but people still need a reason to discover you. For me, opportunities like this are less about expecting every person to immediately purchase and more about giving them a chance to experience the product, to see the packaging, to understand what a scalp primer is, to try the ritual, and hopefully to remember the brand. There's always a risk involved. I'm giving away more than 20 full-size products without knowing exactly what will come from it. But building a brand requires taking those kind of risks, I guess. Sometimes you invest in an opportunity before you can see the outcome. You do it because you believe it could introduce the product to the right person or open a door that wasn't there before. Everything for today is finally done. The event products are ready and the new packaging is officially making its way out into the world. This process took much longer than I expected. It required more money, more testing, more waiting, and more compromise than I originally planned for. But it's also taught me how to listen to customers without seeing feedback as failure. It taught me how to make decisions with limited resources. And it reminded me that building something is rarely a straight line. I want to build a scalp-first haircare brand that helps at least one of you understand the importance of treating your scalp like the skin on your face. This is a new chapter for the scalp primer. I'll see you in the next episode.